Dear students, a question was asked by a student that what is the difference between the geometry, shape and structure? Dear students, there are two terms. One is the molecular shape, which is also called as the molecular structure or molecular geometry. So one thing to remember is that the molecular shape, molecular structure and molecular geometry, these are the same terms. They are synonyms of each other. And what do they mean? They mean the arrangement of atoms in a molecule. So the arrangement of atoms in a molecule is called as molecular shape or molecular structure or molecular geometry. On the other hand, there is electronic geometry, which is also called as electron pair geometry, and it is the arrangement of both bond pair and lone pair of the electrons around the central atom. So the arrangement of the electronic pairs around the central atom, that is called as the electronic geometry, and the arrangement of the atoms around the central atom, that is called as the molecular structure, molecular geometry or molecular shape. To make the idea clear, these are two examples. One is the sulfur trioxide, other is the sulfur dioxide. First of all, let us remove the atoms from this molecule. Now, what will be the electronic geometry of this molecule? There are 2, 4, 6 bond pair of the electrons, and my dear students, they are arranged in a trigonal planar fashion. So here the electronic geometry will be trigonal planar. Electronic geometry is trigonal planar because the arrangement of bond pair of the electrons around the central atom is trigonal planar. Now let us see the arrangement of atoms. My dear students, now the arrangement of atoms, that is also trigonal planar. So in the molecule of SO3, both the electronic geometry and molecular geometry, they are same and they are trigonal planar shape. And dear students, in a molecule, if there are no lone pair present, then its electronic and molecular geometry are same. On the other hand, in case of the SO2, first of all, let us understand the electronic geometry. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 bond pair of electrons and one lone pair of the electrons. And electronic geometry is the arrangement of both bond pair and lone pair of the electrons around the central atom. So that is also trigonal planar. In that case, the electronic geometry is also trigonal planar, which is the arrangement of electron pairs around the central atom. While the arrangement of atoms, no, when we are talking about the arrangement of atoms, this lone pair will be ignored, and now that will be bent or V-shaped. So its electronic geometry is trigonal planar, but its molecular geometry is bent, or you can say V-shaped or angular. So let us conclude that in a molecule, if there is no lone pair, its electronic and molecular geometries are same. But in case of presence of a lone pair, the electronic and molecular geometries are different. So in that case, the electronic geometry, in both cases, the electronic geometry is trigonal planar. In this case, the molecular geometry is trigonal planar, but in this case, the molecular geometry is bent, V-shaped or angular. I hope so that this will be the suitable answer to your question. Take care.